New at noon, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but some men are already raising awareness, including our very own Chief Meteorologist, Matt Lavhan. How are you doing this afternoon, Matt?
Doing pretty well. Ready for work a little earlier than usual.
I know. And we're not talking weather.
No, we're not. We're talking pretty in pink. You know, Wear It Well does so many different things to help out the community. I got in contact with Katina back when our church, the Orchard, was doing some volunteer work with them. And she's just such a dynamic person. She was like, hey, would you like to help us out with this fundraiser? And I was like, sure. And you know, before we even really got into it, she's like, well, is there anybody you want to, focus on in this? And we're raising money, of course, for breast cancer research. Well, not necessarily research, but helping out with breast cancer folks locally that have to deal with that terrible disease. And I was like, absolutely, love to.
So tell us about Emily and her mom, because you said sometimes a fundraiser is more than just a fundraiser.
Absolutely. Emily's mom was diagnosed with breast cancer shortly after COVID, shut down everything, and so it was challenging, especially the first few months, to try to come to grips with the fact that, something that you hear so much about is affecting someone that you know so well and love. And that's Emily, that's her mom, Ginger there, and she's doing well. The prognosis has been extremely well after they were able to do surgery almost immediately on it once they got, it all scheduled in. So the prognosis has been good, and it's so good so that we don't really think about it all that much, because that's how good research has gone, surgeries have gone over the last few years. If you can catch it early enough, unfortunately, we were able to catch that. The doctors were able to catch that early enough.
And you know what? That's good news. But still, it came during a time when COVID came, and you couldn't really do so much. You had to do everything from afar.
Absolutely, and it delayed what were called like elective surgery. So the reconstruction portion of it just kept getting pushed back, because technically that would qualify as something that wasn't wasn't immediate, didn't have to happen right there. So a lot of frustration that goes with that, from her part. And that's part of where It Well comes in, is to try to build back up women when they go through this, to make sure that they feel whole, that they feel beautiful. And that's part of the reason I wanted to be a part of this.
Okay, now let's show Matt's Pretty in Pink flyer here. What is your hope when people see this and they know that you're going to be wearing those pink heels? Did you decide what you're going to wear?
Oh, I'll wear pink heels. I was figuring out, I have the number of ties I have. I probably have more pink than Emily has in her in her whole collection. But my goal here is that people will donate to help out, because in a lot of ways this is almost insurance for the future. I know that there will probably come a day, I'm a scientist, where Emily has breast cancer. I hope that never comes to that. But if it comes to that, I hope that people are thinking ahead for themselves, for their loved ones, and of course could donate. You can do that on my Facebook page. There's a link there to help out with this fundraiser, and just of course raise awareness as we go into October.
All right, thanks there, Matt, for spending your time with us this afternoon. Well, still to come on WTVA 9 News at noon, talk about a doggone good time in a